All right, so you guys aren't great on the road, obviously 5-10, and you're 13-2 at home. I mean, can you remember a team with such a big disparity since you've been on the Lakers? It's bizarre, right?
It is obviously, but that's where we're at right now. And obviously we're trying to get better on the road and continue to be good at home, and that's kind of our goal in order to improve our overall record. But we struggle a little bit on the road and try to get better, try to be more consistent, try to be just overall more confident and play with a little sense of urgency every single game. So once we do that, I think we'll be better.
Can you put your finger on what you attribute that kind of disparity to?
We just started off badly, and so now obviously every road game is a little extra meaning there, a little extra pressure. And teams are, they put some good games against us. The teams that have beat us on the road lately. So credit to them, and hopefully we'll get the next one. I mean, that's basically the way we look at it.
Did you learn anything on that trip, the 6-game trip? Because you were 3-3 on it.
Yes, we were. Every game was a little different. We started well against Denver, lost a tough one, and got it out of our hands in Utah. Went to Philly, played pretty good till the last 6-7 minutes of the game. Then we go to Boston. Boston we played well. Pretty tough game, grinded out, 1-1 in overtime. Go to New York, we expect to win. We play the worst game of the trip, and go to Toronto. Start off extremely well, go back and playing poorly, and luckily we found a way to win the game at the end. So that was the kind of the
sounds like you need
synthesis.
To play more consistent.
That's a consistent part and factor that I always talk about that we haven't had, especially on the road.
Kobe had not been shooting well for quite a few games, and he was shot pretty well last night. It was nice to see him kind of get out of that shooting funk or whatever it was.
Yeah, I guess his shooting percentage was down during the last few games, and yesterday he was determined to come out and put the ball in the hole one time after another. So he was aggressive as he can be, and he was effective. So it's always a positive sign when he does that for us.
I know you were talking earlier about just kind of the up and downs of that road trip. A lot of those are some come on back to back. How much do you attribute that to?
I mean, for the most part, the schedule is not easy, but it's not easy for anyone in the league. So that's why we don't talk about the schedule. This is just the way it is. Sometimes it's a little easier. Sometimes most of the time it's hard, and that's it. You get to the city, it's really late. We got to Utah, New York. We got 3 a.m., 4 a.m. To bed, and that's just the way it is. But we don't talk about it because it's pointless.
Right. Well, I mean, obviously the routine changes, but as far as just your mental, physical preparation, you have to change anything.
And your body feels it, but no. I mean, obviously you try to go to bed as soon as you can. As soon as you can, you get out. But we had to walk through both of those days, team brunch, and prepare, watch tape, and that was about it. And try to rest before the game as much as you can. But so that's the routine for those particular days.
What's tricky about beating a team twice in a row? It doesn't happen often in the regular season that you'll see a team twice, but
right. Well, it happened with Denver. We won the first one at home, lost the second one on the road. So hopefully this time we'll be ready, because obviously they want to retaliate. They want to get us back for the game that we just won. So it's a game that you have to put extra concentration into.